Hello, my lovely ninth graders. Hope you're doing well and welcome to today's summary under 10 minutes with me. Today we will be going over chapter 7 from Moments, which is The Last Leaf. A very beautiful story, so let's get right to it. The Last Leaf is a short story written by O. Henry. The story begins with Johnsy and Sue, who were young artists and friends living together in a small flat. Once, Johnsy fell seriously ill in the month of November. The doctor diagnosed that she was suffering from pneumonia. Her friend Sue was really worried and tried to cheer her up so that she would recover soon. But Johnsy had given up the hope of survival. She had somehow made up her mind that she would never recover and would die soon. Seeing her condition deteriorate or get worse, the doctor asked Sue to relieve Johnsy from all worries. Otherwise, her medicines wouldn't respond to her illness. So if Johnsy didn't believe that she could get better, the medicines would be of no use. Sue tried her best to cheer up Johnsy, but Johnsy took no interest in the surroundings. She was non-responsive to any of Sue's efforts. One day, while Johnsy was lying on her bed, she noticed an ivy plant through the window that was gradually losing all of its leaves. Seeing the bare condition of the tree, Johnsy said that she would die the day the last leaf would fall off the plant. Although the ivy plant had nothing to do with her illness, Johnsy was depressed and could not think positively about her own recovery. Meanwhile, Sue continued convincing Johnsy that she would recover from her illness soon and she should not pin her journey of survival or recovery on the last leaf of an ivy plant. Now, as days passed, Johnsy kept counting the remaining leaves of the plant every day. Unable to bear the pain of her dear friend, Sue approached Berman, an aged scientist who lived downstairs, and explained about Johnsy's mental state. She told him how her friend had pinned her survival on the last leaf of the ivy plant. Soon, Berman came to visit Johnsy but found her asleep. Sue pulled the curtains of the window of her room and they went to sit in the other room. That day, it was raining heavily along with a storm, and she felt the leaves of the ivy plant would shed off soon. She hesitantly peeped out of the window and saw only one leaf on the creeper, which might fall off the plant any time. However, Berman said no word and returned to his room. That night, the old artist decided to do something for Johnsy. He painted a similar leaf of an ivy plant and tied it on the creeper while Johnsy was asleep. But while doing so, he fell ill because of the exposure to freezing cold weather and heavy rainfall outside. After 2 days, he died of pneumonia. The next morning, Johnsy looked out of the window after a vicious storm the previous night and saw that the last leaf that was still clinging to the ivy plant was still there. This gave her the hope to live. She realized that she was foolish to pin her survival on the last leaf of a plant. She understood that there must be a definite reason why the last leaf remained in the creeper, and it was sinful of her to want to die at such a young age. Soon, Johnsy recovered from her illness. Later, when Johnsy recovered from her illness completely, Sue told her that Berman had died of pneumonia. He had contracted the disease while being out in the cold and wet weather, and he had painted the last leaf to give Johnsy the hope of survival. Finally, Berman had successfully painted his masterpiece, the leaf that saved Johnsy's life and gave her hope to live longer while he sacrificed his own life in the process. That brings us to the end of the summary. Before I say goodbye, just a few reminders for you. Enroll for Anthe right away. The link is in the description. You already know all the benefits, but you might win an all expenses paid trip to NASA. Doesn't get better than that. Enroll for free right away. And as always, we've got you covered. All you need to do is like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the updates. See you next time. Bye.